Welcome back, everyone. It is that time of year, and the holiday season of 2023 is upon us. One of my absolute favorite things to do is watch movies with my family, and I feel like the holidays are really great, and they deliver so many fantastic movies around.
Yeah, there's great movies through the holidays, even throughout the decades, from A Wonderful Life to like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So, I mean, through the years, you have different genres of holiday films, and some of them are great. You have comedy, you have horror, you have just a whole globule of different.
You have Die
genres.
Hard.
Yeah,
No, yeah, there's so many different kinds of movies, and like I love the holidays for that reason. Especially like big fan of Christmas movies. And I try to like generally stick to this time of year to watch those movies. I try not to watch Christmas movies during the rest of the year. I try and save it all for these last couple months. So
yeah, you just get totally immersed in the experience and the holiday cheer. What comes along with these movies when you watch them. I mean, it's kind of the thing to do.
It is, but before we get into today's episode, I would just like to start off by saying Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy Holidays. I hope that everybody has a fantastic time, whether it be with yourself or with your families. Like, it's a good time of year.
Yes, it is a merry, merry time of year, all the cheer, and yeah, it's great.
And I know that most of you who are fans of the show are eager to see what we have in store for you. But before we get into it, maybe you could help us all out with a little holiday miracle. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below to really help us out. Also, go to our social media platforms and follow us there and engage in better conversations with us. We have Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, as well. If you really want to show some Christmas magic upon us, you go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/CalvinCam, and join one of our 3 tiers that we offer. We have a lot of good benefits, and we would really appreciate the support,
Yeah, all your support goes a long way, and we want to just keep doing this on the regular basis. And if we have some more support, that'd be great. Liking and subscribing on YouTube is definitely a good start to that. So we really would appreciate if you have the chance to do that.
Okay, so let's get into today's episode. It is Christmas and holiday movies. So many great choices, so many wonderful movies to watch. And, I just, I love, I can't, it's so hard to narrow down what to watch because there is just a vast amount of Christmas movies.
Yeah, you got them from all different genres: action, horror, just actual traditional Christmas movies.
Yeah. If you were to choose, what would be your like go-to?
My go-to?
Like, what's your go-to Christmas movie?
I have to say definitely Die Hard 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So Die Hard 1 and 2, the original OG Christmas Story from 1985, Home Alone. Gotta have Home Alone. I would watch that every Christmas. And then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Gremlins is another good one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my kind of go-to right there.
Yeah, those are pretty like good Christmas staple movies. Like Die Hard, I feel like I would easily watch that every year. I love the character John McClane. I love the Christmas Story. Like it's good. And not to mention like 80s action. So,
yeah, and even the second one was awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. I don't watch it enough. I watched the first one like so many times.
Yeah.
So. But like my go-tos, I usually go to like The Grinch is like my favorite. I absolutely
with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey. It's like the classic cartoon's cool, but like the Jim Carrey live action is so great.
He does a fantastic job.
He does. It's one of the most like quotable movies in my like catalog. So like I constantly am like saying all of these lines from the movie with my brother or my dad, and like it's such a magical movie, and I think Ron Howard does a really great job of like capturing.
Oh, Ron Howard's an excellent writer director. He's sweet. I mean, him, Willow, Cocoon.
Yeah.
You remember Cocoon?
Oh yeah,
Cocoon's great.
Cocoon is, I feel like not enough people talk about Cocoon.
Yeah, I think that Cocoon is a great movie.
Yeah, but obviously Willow's fantastic. We all know Willow, and unfortunately the Disney Plus show didn't do too well. But
that's time for another episode. We can talk about that.
Yeah, but like, yeah, The Grinch is a go-to for me. I also love Elf. I think everybody in the world fucking loves Elf.
Yeah.
So
Will Ferrell.
yeah,
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. It's a great movie. It's a good Christmas movie. And I say like probably the third movie that I go to the most is Home Alone. Like I watch Home Alone.
The first one and then Lost in New York.
I watch both of them, but like it's funny because everybody absolutely loves the second one, like more than the first one. But I love the first one. I think the first one is perfect.
I love the first one too. Amazing, dude.
Yeah.
And so Lost in New York is also really good. But I'm keen to like you said, the first film is like the best one.
Yeah, everybody puts like number 2 on this like huge, like pedestal, and it's deserving to be on the pedestal. Don't get me wrong, but I just like, I don't know, the first movie, just the whole premise of it being the start of this, what is a franchise now. I just think that it is well done. I think Marv and Harry are like the best bad guys.
Yeah, they are the
ever.
best bad guys. I mean,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci is so. Daniel Stern too. Like,
Yeah.
they're so good in that movie.
It's so funny. There's so.
I miss Daniel Stern's comedy, like him in that movie, like Celtic Pride. If you ever seen that movie,
Yes, I
God,
have.
it's so good.
No, you don't feel. I don't feel like I see this kind of this stuff happen. Especially
City Slickers. I was thinking more
City
movies.
Slickers is great.
Yeah.
I have not even thought about that movie in a good minute, but Billy Crystal and that, like, oh man, my mom used to watch that.
Yeah,
with me,
I love
like,
City Slickers.
Yeah, we used to watch that a lot. Wow, I might actually like have to go watch that after this episode. No, that's straight up my nostalgia lane right there. So, I really like, yeah, those are probably like my go-to like 3 movies. Obviously, and Die Hard. Like I watch Die Hard a lot. How could I even forget? Jingle All the Way. I love this. If you haven't seen this movie,
You know what? I haven't seen Jingle
Dude,
All the
it
Way.
is so funny. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's Christmas movie.
Oh, that's right.
It's so funny. Turbo Man. I love it. So many. Again, because we love Arnold so much that I think that it's just another one of those movies to add to the list of like quotable things. I think, especially, it's very popular on TikTok right now. I see like so many TikToks about Turbo Man, like people not being able to find their Turbo Man dolls in the stores, because the whole premise of Jingle All the Way is that this dad, basically, he's kind of an absent father, like to his kid and his wife, because he's so caught up in work and stuff, and he's missing out on like his kids' like achievements, like his karate class, and just like he's moving up a belt in karate, and all he wants for Christmas is a Turbo Man doll. And so Arnold Schwarzenegger, he like decides last minute to get this doll, and he doesn't think anything of it. Like he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the store. I'm gonna pick up the doll that he wants, so I can be the hero, like and give him what he wants for Christmas. But the doll is one of those. It's like if the new iPhone dropped, basically.
Gotcha.
Like it's a sold out product. There's like, you're never gonna find it. So like he goes and the whole movie is him pursuing to acquire this new toy for his son Jamie, and he fights. He doesn't. Well, he like fights kind of Sinbad.
Oh,
the comedian.
Sinbad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
Sinbad's like his like kind of rival throughout the movie, trying to get the same thing for his child. So it's a really funny movie. And then like towards the end, they have a really cool moment in a parade where Arnold Schwarzenegger actually dresses up as the superhero himself, and it's a cool ending. And there are parts of it that don't age well. I just watched it recently, and I definitely noticed a few terms in there that definitely did not sit long awaited. But overall, like the movie's it's a fantastic movie. It has that one guy. Oh, what's his name? It has that one guy in it from Saturday Night Live, who died. His wife murdered him. I know that sounds so terrible.
I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
But I forgot his name. He's in what's that sitcom show with Joe Rogan? Like he's in it. What's his name? God. I can't remember.
Got to think about it. Oh, it is Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy story behind him. Go look him up. He was a really funny comedian. Yeah, despite that tragic bit, Jingle All the Way is definitely a movie that sits at the top of my list. So
that's cool. I'll have to check that one out and watch it.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. It's not even very long. It's like an hour and a half. So there's so many Christmas movies. I
was thinking of other ones here. I don't know if it's particularly a Christmas movie, but with John Candy and Steve Martin, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, it happens like during the wintertime. I don't know if it
does happen during the wintertime. I don't think that it's a Christmas movie.
I don't think it is either.
But it's definitely during the winter.
It's one of John Hughes'
yeah,
good movies besides Home Alone. I said John Landis in the beginning of the episode. Sorry, I meant to say John Hughes.
There are a few Christmas movies that I can think of that are or not Christmas movies that are almost Christmas movies, like The Shining, or even upon doing some research, I was thinking somebody on their top Christmas movies put The Thing, and I was like, did you just put The Thing because it's snowing?
I think I think we get this. We distinguish wintertime as the holiday season for Christmas movies. That's why I thought Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Christmas movie, even it takes place during the winter. And even his other movie, Uncle Buck, I thought too, but it's not.
No, but there's so many Christmas movies, and they're all really great. Most Christmas movies are really great. Some Christmas movies are really terrible. I can't think of a few off the top of my head, but the horror genre, we're gonna do an episode with about that, but there's some pretty bad movies. There's some pretty low grade C movies, if I do dare say so myself. But amongst horror Christmas movies, there are also really great ones, such as Krampus is good, and Gremlins is great.
Yeah, Gremlins is a staple Christmas movie. I like the whole story of his dad bringing home a Mogwai, and it's just yeah. And then you have the whole thing with the Gremlins. Don't feed him after midnight.
Gremlins is a great movie.
Phoebe Cates, Zach Galligan, the movie's awesome.
Yeah, I think that there's been heavy talks of more Gremlin entries being worked on, which I'm curious.
Isn't there a Gremlins TV series coming out?
There is. It's an animated one. I'm not sure how well it's going to do. It's going to be on HBO Max because they own the rights, I believe, to Gremlins. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I mean, I like Gremlins enough to want to see it, but it's just, I don't know. I want a third Gremlins movie, or even a retelling would be nice at this point. I feel like it's been long enough that we haven't gotten an actual new entry into that franchise.
I mean, we had a new batch, and then I think,
but that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing really after that, and then we see references in other movies and but it doesn't go far beyond that. Another bit of Christmas movie magic that I like is it really pulls up the Hallmark Channel. And my dad and my mom love the Hallmark Channel so much.
I couldn't picture your dad liking it.
He
but your
loves
mom-
it. He loves it.
That's crazy.
They both love it.
But they have a lot of seasonal stuff on there, like
they
family oriented movies on there, right? And
They do.
comedy too, right?
Comedy. It's usually rom-com. That's usually the
Your
go-to.
dad's a big comic buff. That's like his genre he loves the most, I think.
Yeah, I think he loves rom-com. His favorite movie is You Got Mail.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I never knew
that's
that.
like his favorite of all time movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we've watched it so much. I've watched that movie way too much. Not even too much. It's a great movie. Like
Isn't that Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan?
yeah, it's Tom Hanks, Meg
That's
Ryan.
why I was trying to figure out who's the main actors in the movie.
Yep, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. It's in the early days of AOL.
Yeah, I remember that part of it.
So it's a good movie. It has Christmas elements in it, actually, now that I think about it. So perfect. But yeah, no, they watch Hallmark, and Hallmark has some good Christmas movies that I've seen, like Holiday in Handcuffs. I know that it's kind of a weird premise, but it has the actress who played Sabrina the Teenage Witch back in the day in it, and Mario Lopez. And I just, there's a few other Hallmark movies that I like a lot. Netflix is also doing a lot of Christmas movies in that category as well. Like one that my wife loves is The Holiday, which is a really, really great movie. And we've watched it. It's a comfort movie for her. So I've seen it a couple of times, probably like 3 times by now. She's probably seen it like 20 times. but it's a good movie. I like that the genre expands so much. One of my favorite rom-coms Christmas movies is Last Holiday. I think that is a great movie with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J. It's a great movie that's about a woman who gets misdiagnosed for cancer and she basically spends her savings and her retirement on a last holiday
experience.
Like she goes to a resort with a fancy chef and mingles with other thousandaires, millionaires, and LL Cool J is just this guy at the department store that she worked at. He's just a guy who works there also and has a crush on her, and it's a really cute movie. It has Giancarlo Esposito in it.
Oh, nice.
Which it's funny. I saw him and I was like, "Damn, he looks young." Damn.
And not to mention, it's not such a serious role like Breaking Bad, because he's the best in that.
No, he's a very loving character in that movie. It's very different from what we've seen him in recently.
Yeah.
So that's a great movie. Yeah, there's so many. God, Christmas really tackles every single genre of film.
Yeah, and then we have the film that we just reviewed during our 31 days, A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, that's
a staple. It's a staple. I forgot to mention it.
It's one of the biggest Christmas movies ever. We love Tim Burton, and what better movie to capture the magic of Christmas?
Yep.
All we talked about it before.
Yes. If you want to go and watch that, we did a review on Nightmare Before Christmas in our 31 Days of Halloween. So go back and watch that one.
Yeah, it's equally as much of a Christmas movie as it is a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
So I love. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
that's a good pick. Yeah, there's so many good Christmas movies, and we're gonna keep this episode a little bit shorter because it is going to be released on Christmas Day, and we want you guys to spend the time with your family. So if you do end up listening to this episode, again, Merry Christmas.
have it playing on the background with all your Christmas carols, your playlists on Amazon or Spotify.
Also, how could I forget? There are other animated movies during Christmas, like Arthur Christmas or even adult animated movies like Eight Crazy Nights.
Yeah,
which celebrates Hanukkah.
You also have the old classics like Nightmare Before Christmas. You have Rudolph.
How could we? How could
Rudolph,
I even forget
Rudolph
any of
is
those?
so great. I mean, that's basically what it's based on. I mean, Tim Burton was inspired from movies like Rudolph back in the day.
God, that has like a whole Christmas collection.
Yeah.
Like we had Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph. We had oh man, I can't even remember the
I
title.
can't remember all of them.
There's
but
a lot of movies. There's like
Rudolph
9
is
movies.
like my favorite one though.
Yeah, Rudolph's a great one. I actually love Baby New Year. That's like my favorite one. But that's a New Year movie. It has Rudolph in it though.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of good movies. Oh, you know, I'm just saying them when they come to the brain. Like I'm just gonna spew it out. Jack Frost with Michael Keaton.
I have not seen that in a very long time.
That was one that I watched when I was a kid a lot, and like going back and watching it, I was like, wow, this actually is kind of like a terrifying movie, and it's not really that great. Like, but when I was a kid, like I watched that a lot.
I was about to say the movie was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I love Michael Keaton, so like,
Who doesn't?
so it works. And then there's also the horror movie Jack Frost, which is hilarious, and it is one of my top favorite horror movies for Christmas in general. So many good movies. So many good Christmas. So moving towards the end of our episode here, I have a bit of trivia for you.
You have trivia for me, huh?
I have trivia for you. So I don't know if you'll get some of these, but you might.
Well, you might as well try.
I tried to
shoot 'em.
I
Come on.
tried to make them pretty relevant and
Well,
pretty good.
Give me your best shot with them.
So, starting with the first question. Which character in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is Buddy the Elf's green costume modeled from in the movie Elf?
You have me. I don't even know.
I don't know if you remember the name.
I don't remember.
But it's Hermie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Because he wants to be a dentist.
That's right.
No. Second trivia question. What is the name of Gus Polinski's polka band in Home Alone?
I don't remember. Is it?
It's John Candy's polka.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't it? It wasn't polka polka polka. He says polka
no,
polka polka.
it's not polka polka. But he does say polka.
I can't remember. I'm so bad.
It is the Kenosha Kickers.
That's right. The Kenosha Kickers. Damn it.
Let's see.
He's in the van with Kathleen O'Hara. Like, how can I not remember that?
Right. We also let's see. Number 3. Who wrote the musical score for Home Alone? Very, very famous composer.
Let's see. It's not John Williams.
It is John Williams.
Is it?
It's
Oh
John
God,
Williams.
I got one right.
Yeah.
You gave it away by saying very famous composer, so
Wow.
I kind of figured. Is it John Williams?
It is.
I'm
John
glad.
Williams.
Yes, I got that one right.
He does everything.
Yeah, he does. He's amazing. I was about to say Alan Silvestri, but I don't see him doing a Christmas movie.
I truly think John Williams is the greatest composer of all time.
He is. He's the best.
Let's see. Rudolph. Let's see. Did I do that? Yeah. In Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what was the name of the snowman who narrated the story?
Frosty.
No.
That's probably wrong. I tried.
No, I know. It's just like, it's so funny because like when I found this, I was like, I don't even know that. Like,
He's like, let me test Anthony with this one.
you might. I mean, like it
Yeah.
was during your time, so like, Sam the Snowman.
Sam the Snowman.
Yeah.
Okay.
In The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, what is Scott Calvin's job at the beginning of the movie?
I don't even know who Scott Calvin plays.
It's Tim Allen.
Oh, is it Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name in the movie is Scott Calvin.
Okay.
So.
If you shows how much I haven't seen the movie forever.
I figured that you haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't, and there's no way I can even attempt to guess this one. So I give up.
He's a toy salesman.
Ah, okay.
All right, here's one that you might get. In Christmas Vacation, Clark wears a navy blue baseball cap that represents which NFL team?
The Chicago Bears.
It is the Chicago
Bears. He's a Bears fan, and he's from Illinois.
Yes.
I remember that one. So if I forget that one, then I don't know.
All right, let's see. What time is the Grinch set to have dinner with himself in the movie? Because he goes.
This is Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Because he goes. I have plans that day, and he's like, dinner with myself at this time. I can't cancel that again.
I don't know a time. You have me stumped because I have not seen that movie in a while.
6:30. He goes, dinner with myself at 6:30. I can't cancel that again.
I remember that part. I just don't remember the time.
Have you seen Harry Potter?
I have not.
Okay, I will skip that one and we'll save that for a
no
different
attempt
one.
for me on that one.
Have you seen this one? Last question.
Okay.
What year was the Muppet Christmas Carol released? I know you've seen Muppet movies.
I have seen it. I'm gonna guess 1984.
Nope. Higher.
Higher. So later?
Well, yeah, later. Higher.
1986?
Up.
1988?
Up.
Wow. 1989?
Up.
Wow, I'm way off, audience. I'm sorry. 1991?
So close.
1990.
No, other way, up.
Oh, I said 91, so I figured it'd go down 1 year. 1992?
1992.
Oh man, what a Philly vote that was! Oh my god.
Well, like it, to be fair, the movie looks older than it is. Like,
well, I was thinking you said the Muppet movie, so I kind of went back into like Jim Henson's prime, and like it was usually the 70s through like the 80s.
Yeah.
So
no, totally.
I would have thought it would have been around mid 80s or late 80s. I didn't think it would be 90s.
Yeah, no, Muppets. I had to throw a Muppet one on there because I just watched a Muppet. What is it? The Muppet Treasure Island, which is my favorite Muppet movie, and like I was just thinking about watching the Muppet Christmas Carol in a couple of days, so I had to throw that on there.
You know what? There was that a Jim Henson movie? I can't remember the name of it. I used to watch it all the time when it was during Christmas time. It has the otters with the jug band. Remember that movie? That is a Muppet. That is a Muppet movie. I can't remember the name of that. Was that a Muppets? Well, that wasn't a Muppets Christmas. I can't remember. But he had the jug band. Remember when they're singing that song? It was like Brothers. It's so good.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. And isn't that a Jim Henson movie?
It is a Jim Henson.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my God. You have to see that movie. It's really good.
I'm curious.
And
now.
then that whole sequence at the end when they do a jug band thing and they sing Brothers, and it's just so good.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, that's a 1977 television special.
Yep, it's good. That was always on like TNT or USA Network before it was TNT. Like,
Maybe I've seen it.
It was literally on for Christmas like all the time.
I probably have seen it.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. That's a memorable one now that I think of it from my childhood. Like I was thinking of movies, and then that one just popped in my head like right now.
You know what movie I would play growing up? What I see on I forget which channel it was, but I would always see the animated Hobbit movie play around Christmas time. I don't know why. It's the
old 1978 one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always saw it like around Christmas, like within the few weeks of Christmas time. Every year played, which is
that's weird because I've never seen it. But it's a phenomenal animated film.
Oh, it's
I love
great.
it.
It's just like it's another movie that I associate Christmas time with, even though it has nothing to do with Christmas. But yeah, that's it for today's Christmas episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy and give us some feedback.
Yeah, because we're switching up a little bit of this episode. This is more of just a free conversation that we're having about Christmas movies and what our favorites were. But anyways, if you could hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, it'd really help us out. You also could go to our Patreon and subscribe to one of our 3 tiers there. But other than that, we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Take care, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Thank you all so much for watching the Calvin Cam podcast. You can find us on any social media platforms like Instagram or Twitter. Go check our podcast out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music. We also have YouTube channel, the Calvin Cam. Go over there, hit that like and subscribe button, and follow us there. As well as you can now really support us on Patreon.com. It's probably the best place to support us. So you could go there, join one of our 3 tiers, and help us get bigger and better. And we will appreciate you every step of the way. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night.